What's up, nail friends? In today's video, I'm going to do this really pretty nude and pink and rose gold foil set of nails. This got a lot of likes on my Instagram page, so I'm glad I filmed it. So I hope you guys like this, and let's get started. Okay, to start, I'm just going to do actually a full watch me work video, so that's why this video is so long, is just because I didn't really cut anything out. I thought it'd be fun to do a watch me work because you guys seem to enjoy them lately. So this past set she had on, I actually haven't posted yet. I did film it, so it will come up after this video. The reason I'm not posting it right away is just because I'm out of the main color I used in the video, and I just didn't want people to be like, why did you post a video without the product in stock? So that's why it's not being posted before this. So what I'm doing here is I'm just using some nail clippers, and I'm just clipping off the old crystals that were there. And then I'm just going to use a carbide bit to file down the nails. So this is just a coarse carbide, and I'll link it in the description box so you guys can find that online. So I'm just gently going over the nail, removing that color, and then filing through to the thin, clear base that was left behind. I also wanted to put up a disclaimer in this video to let you guys know that the rings of fire that are underneath this set, you can see them through here, were not caused by me. They were there when she became my client. I've only done her nails. This is the third time now. Moving forward, I filed all her nails down, prepped her nails. I think I just skipped that in this video. And then I'm applying my Glitterbels dehydrator, my Glitterbels acid-free primer, and then I'm coming in and I'm doing a clear layer, and I'm just doing that on her ring finger, on just her ring finger. And that is because all the other nails have nude at the cuticle area. So if I'm doing nude, there's really just no reason for the clear base because I don't mind filing down to nude, right? So nude and clear. Basically, I just file down to whatever thin base is there. So I'm coming in here with this beautiful color. It's new. It's a new cover pink from Glitterbels, and it's called Dusty Rose Cover. It's stunning. I love it so much. So I wanted to use this in this whole set as my main color, I guess. And I'm applying it near the cuticle area first. My nail room, I don't know, it seemed to dry really fast here. I was struggling a little bit to get that down. The brush I'm using here is my Glitterbels number 10. We're out of stock on the 10s, but we do have the 12s, which are great too. I use those all the time as well. So on her middle finger, I'm applying the Dusty Rose Cover at the tip first because her nail's so long. So I'm going to be doing this the full nail from cuticle to tip. I also did the full nail from cuticle to tip on the thumb as well. I don't think I recorded that, of this same Dusty Rose Cover color. So I'm applying that at the cuticle area now, and I'm going to blend that into the tip cover color. So the nails are super long, and that it's hard to tell actually in this how long they are, but they're longer than normal. So I like to apply it at the tip first, then the cuticle, blend it in together, and then I build up the color a little bit. I'm just adding a little bit more right into that corner where I missed a little bit of color. So this doesn't really need to be 100% perfect because I will go over this in the end with some transfer foil, but I do build this color up so it's really opaque. But I didn't really have to. You could have just left it like this. So on her pointer finger, I'm applying Dusty Rose at the cuticle area, and then I'm just fading it down. So I'm going to do the same thing on her pointer finger that I'm going to do on her pinky, so they're going to match. So now I'm coming back to her pinky finger, and the glitter that I'm using to start here is called Lady in Pink. It is so pretty. It's like a beautiful fuchsia glitter, but it has a little bit of like chunky gold flakes in it. It's really pretty. And the color I'm coming over top of that with is called Bethany from the Ambassador collection. And it is another like rosy, dusty, holographic pink, but it has these really beautiful, hollow, chunky silver glitters in it. It's stunning. It's one of my favorite glitters right now. So I'm just applying that along the line of the other color, kind of blending them in together. I'm just using the very tip of my brush with some wet monomer, and I'm just fading it up the nail into that cover pink. So on her ring finger here, I'm coming in with that Lady in Pink color at the cuticle first, getting it into place and then kind of fading it down the nail. And then I'll come in with Bethany at the very tip and then fade it into each other and kind of make it blend really nicely. To make it blend, I flip my hand upside down and I do light strokes up the nail into that other color. And it'll kind of pull some of that glitter up in there and give it like a nice fade. So like I said, on her pointer finger, I'm doing the same design, but I'm kind of doing it opposite so the fade comes up the right side instead of the left side. So here I'm coming in with Lady in Pink first, patting that down, and then I'm coming in with Bethany over top. Isn't it so pretty? I love this color so much. So I'm just adding a little bit more of the Lady in Pink at the tip, and then a little bit more of Bethany, and I'm just patting and pulling gently into place to make sure that it blends nicely and is nice and even and flat. Okay, so here's how the nails look, and now we're going to encapsulate. So I'm just applying a big bead near the cuticle area of Glitterbels glass slippers, and then I'm just using my brush to kind of pull and drag that down the nail, trying to encapsulate all that glitter so that when you finish file, you don't accidentally file some off. And then I wipe the side of the nail with my brush to make sure it's not too thick. When I'm applying my bead for encapsulation, I like to try to make sure it's as perfect as I possibly can, just so I have minimal finish filing to do at the end. So even though this is a core powder and it doesn't really need to be encapsulated, I did decide to apply just a little bit more clear acrylic over top. That way it's as even and strong as the other nails. Usually you can actually build up a core color so that you don't need to encapsulate, but I didn't, and I wanted to encapsulate. It's kind of just personal preference. Okay, so after all the nails have been encapsulated and are dry, this is what they look like. So now I'm going to finish file. I only recorded the pinky. So here I'm just showing you guys, I used a small safety bit. I will link it, like I said, in my description box so you guys can find it. I really like the size of this carbide bit, and it is a medium, so it's not fine, it's not coarse, it's just right in the middle. It takes off the perfect amount of acrylic for debulking. So after I debulk with that bit, I'm coming in with a hand file and I'm just fixing up my shape. So this is kind of like a rough shaping. So after I get all the nails kind of rough shaped into the shape that I want, I double check both hands, make sure all the nails are the same length and are shaped almost identically to the matching finger on the other hand. So here, after all the nails have been shaped, I'm just cleansing off some of the dust and then double checking that none of the nails are longer than the other. So I figured that the middle finger here is a little bit too long, so I'm just taking my hand file and shortening it and fixing up the shape. So this only takes an extra few minutes to do. Just take that extra time to really check out and make sure that all the nails look good and that the points are all the same and they're all shaped the same. It just really helps refine your work. And it just takes an extra few minutes. So I'm coming in and I've glued a buffing block to another buffing block. So these are one-time use buffing blocks, and I like to glue them together just so it's a little bit easier to go back and forth like you see me doing here. And I'm just buffing the nails gently and carefully. I like to go over the sides and around the cuticle area with a buffing block. But you don't want to make it too smooth or else your top coat won't stick to it. So just a rough buff. So after buffing the nails, I'm coming in with a lint-free wipe and cleansing the nails. I'm really trying to get into that cuticle area and the sidewalls and underneath the nail. Make sure there's no dust left behind so that I don't get it in my top coat and stuff. So now I'm coming in and we're going to glue on some crystals, which is one of the best parts. So here I'm using my glue, which is base number 2 from Glitterbels, and I'm just applying that where I want the crystals, and I'm placing the crystals down. So for the big crystal, I applied a big bead of glue. I placed the crystal down, I had her put her hand down to the side, and then I went and did her other hand. Then now I'm coming back, that has dried now. I just wanted to make sure that the big crystal had dried before applying more crystals around it because I didn't want to accidentally move it. And now I'm just applying some crystals around that big crystal. So I love this glue. It's a resin glue, so you can use this glue to glue on tips, glue on crystals, and it's also used for dip nails. So now I can let those crystals dry before applying top coat, and I'm working on the next step, which is foil. So here I'm using some new foil glue, which we will have soon. It's not out yet, but it will be out soon, so you guys check the site for that. So I'm just applying this on the middle finger and the thumb, and this will cure for 1 minute. So I gave that a cure, and now I'm just coming in and I'm applying some transfer foil. So this gel glue for foil like this, it's crazy good, so you have to be careful not to apply too much if you're wanting that scattered look. You want to really make sure that you don't accidentally push it down too much, because this is the kind of foil glue that you could do a whole nail with. So after that, I am going right in directly over top of that foil with Luminary Nail Systems Clarity, and this will just help keep that in place and have it not chip, because you could apply 2 layers of gel polish top coat, but I just find that the Clarity keeps it lasting a little bit better. So after that, I gave that Clarity a full cure, and now I'm coming in and I'm top coating all the nails with my Glitterbels No Wipe top coat. So you're going to want to make sure to not get this on your crystals. I've said this in every video, but for anyone who's new, you don't want to get top coat on crystals, because if they're genuine, you'll just ruin the shine. And now you can apply top coat right on top of that foil nail, and now it's extra secure. So it's got that layer of clarity and it's got the layer of top coat. So after that, I gave that a cure. And here is the finished set. I love this set. They turned out so pretty. I hope you guys like it. It got a lot of attention on Instagram, so hopefully you guys like it on here as well. And let me know down below what kind of videos you'd like to see coming up. I have a crystal video filmed and a nail room tour. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you subscribe. Click the bell next to the subscription button to never miss a video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.